Starting today, I'm spending a full 30 days telling the entire 4.6 billion year story of Earth, from start to finish. From a hellish lava planet to the origin of life. Then dinos ruling the Earth and finally humans showing up. This is the first video series you've seen that can cover Earth's whole story. Episode 1, we start with the biggest question: how the hell did Earth even get here? And the mind-melting horror that is the Hadean Eon. Let's talk about the moon first. You know how it got here. It didn't just spawn out of nowhere. It's the leftover debris from a cosmic level collision 4.6 billion years ago. And here's the part that'll mess with your head. If that impact had been off by even 1 degree, there'd be no moon over Earth today. Earth's axis would wobble like a broken top. No more seasons, climate completely wrecked. You and me wouldn't even exist. But before we get into that impact, let's hit you with an even bigger question. Where the hell did Earth come from in the first place? About 5 billion years ago, somewhere in the Milky Way, there was a massive cloud of gas, just sitting there silently floating in space. Mostly hydrogen and helium plus some heavier elements like carbon, iron, silicon, and oxygen. All these heavy elements were leftovers from stars that died long before. When a star is about to die, it goes supernova, blasting every heavy element. It burns straight into space. Then those exploded fragments drift all over the cosmos and group together to form a brand new gas cloud. So think about it this way. The iron in your body, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen with every breath you take, it's all from stars that exploded billions of years ago. In other words, we are all children of dead stars. About 4.6 billion years ago, this gas cloud got pushed by a shockwave from a nearby supernova explosion and started collapsing inward under its own gravity, shrinking faster and faster while spinning quicker and quicker. Tons of matter slammed toward the center. Temperature shot up, fusion ignited, and the sun was born. And the leftover stuff the sun didn't swallow up, it didn't escape either. Instead, it circled into one massive rotating disk, spinning round and round the sun. That disk is where Earth was born. At the very beginning of that spinning disk, there was just a bunch of tiny dust grains, maybe rice-sized or even smaller, but these small grains had a static clinging force. The moment they touched, they stick, they glue together. Stuck together bigger and bigger, from specks to chunks of rock. Then objects as massive as mountains. Then giant boulders tens or hundreds of kilometers wide showed up, called protoplanets. Scientists call this whole process accretion. Just slamming into each other, smashing and fusing together over and over. In the early inner solar system, there were simultaneously about 20 of these protoplanets of similar size, chasing after each other and straight up crashing into each other. Whoever eats the most gets to be the biggest. Whoever has bad orbit luck gets absolutely yeeted away and gone forever in deep space. That's how Earth grew bit by bit in this chaotic mess. But this process was anything but gentle. Every time a massive chunk slammed in, it generated insane heat, instantly turning the whole surface into a magma ocean. For the first few tens of millions of years, Earth was just stuck in this cycle of getting smashed, and then slowly patched back together. This was literally growth with life and death on the line. But here's one thing you never thought about. Why couldn't Earth get even bigger? Look at the outer solar system. There's an absolute beast called Jupiter out there. Its mass is over 300 times Earth's. And scientists also spotted them in other star systems. These rocky planets called super-Earths, with masses several times or even dozens of times Earth's. So why is our Earth so freaking The answer probably has something to do with Jupiter. There's a theory called the Grand Tack model that goes like this. After Jupiter formed, it once migrated inward toward the inner solar system. It was like a giant animal bulldozing through a china shop, churning up tons of material and sweeping away a huge chunk. The raw materials left for inner planets to grow just dropped drastically. It was literally Jupiter's rampage that kept Earth from becoming a super-Earth. On the surface, Jupiter seems like Earth's enemy, but look at the final outcome. Earth only kept because of that exact chaos, a size and gravity that life could actually appear. Too big and everything gets crushed. Too small and you can't hold an atmosphere. So Jupiter accidentally did Earth a massive favor. About 4.5 billion years ago, Earth had already grown to about 90% of its current size, but there was still one final boss waiting for it. A celestial body named Theia showed up. Its mass was 1/10 of Earth's. It came charging at Earth all the way from far out in space. If anything was alive on Earth back then, the last thing they ever saw was a planet so huge it filled the entire sky coming right at them. That impact released the energy of 100 trillion Hiroshima bombs going off at once. Earth got absolutely ripped to shreds. Massive chunks of scorching rock got hurled into space. Those pieces slowly clumped together in orbit. Within just a few tens of thousands of years, the moon was born just like that. So how do scientists actually confirm this? Moon rocks from the Apollo missions dropped the answer. The oxygen isotope ratios in moon rocks and Earth rocks are almost identical. That level of similarity is extremely rare in the solar system, and it basically leaves only one possible explanation. Bro really think the moon was always there, nah, it's just leftover scraps from Earth getting smacked. But here's the wildest part, the collision just dropped 3 things on Earth. The Earth tilt, bro, just got yanked 235 degrees off. This one little tilt gave us all 4 seasons. And second, the moon's gravity starts yanking the tide. The tides roll in and out like a heartbeat, constantly giving early organic molecules the rhythm to come together and react. And this is the moon holding it all together, keeping our planet's tilt steady. Ain't no way millions of years passed without the climate going absolutely berserk. Bro really thought the moon would just show up out of nowhere. No moon and life wouldn't even know the door exists. Nature's got one hell of a way to trade disasters for After the impact, Earth just spun around. This has to be the darkest chapter of its whole damn life, the Hadean. Bro, this name is straight up stolen from Greek. An absolute void of darkness where you can't see a damn thing. Geologists use that term to describe it. The first 570 million years of Earth's existence. Bro really been swiping through time from 4.57 billion years ago all the way to 4 billion ago. Back then the Earth was literal hell on Earth. Air full of poison gas, can't even breathe. Bro, this ain't nothing compared to what's coming. Bro, this air is literally straight poison methane and ammonia plus hydrogen sulfide. It's just a massive clusterfuck of orange-red poison cloud. Whole planet wrapped in this goddamn eerie glow. Bro really just stood there and took the deepest breath of his life. Ain't no oxygen coming in, it's straight up deadly gas. The Earth was spinning crazy fast back then. Day only lasts 6 short hours. The sun's out here pulling a speed run every 3 hours. The day-night cycle be flipping 4 times faster than now. Ain't no solid ground left on the surface. This has to be a literal ocean of lava hundreds of miles deep. Bro, look at this iron just wobbling like it's water at this temp. Rocks just melted like straight up butter. Bro, Earth in the Hadean was literally the universe's dartboard. Back in the early solar system, it was straight up chaos, zero order. Bro, how the hell did space turn into a demolition derby? This M really just slammed into the young Earth day and night non-stop. Scientists crunched those numbers once. Back in the day, an asteroid big enough to pancake a whole continent dropped every 100 years like clockwork. Every single hit hits like millions of nukes going off at once. Earth's shaking non-stop under this absolute hellfire. Bro, this has to be the most unhinged hellscape I've ever seen. Something wild is creeping out of the shadows. About 4.4 billion years ago, comets made of nothing but water and ice just keep slamming into Earth. They came packing billions of tons of water molecules. This water hits the boil and turns to vapor in a split second. It shoots up high, then freezes back into droplets. Down again, then up again, then down again. Just loop after loop after loop. This rain been going for millions of years. A downpour that might lasted 10 million years kicked off like that. Hold up, just feel that number. 10 million years of straight rain. Bro, all of recorded human history is like only a few thousand years. That rainfall's total duration is the entire history of human civilization. Bro, this is literally over 1,000 times the power. And that rain and even clean water, nah, it's straight up acid. Rain mixing with toxic gas in the air, going absolute haywire. Every drop that hits the ground has to be frantic, boiling and sizzling straight off like it's evaporating. Then he gets sent back up to the sky again. And boom, you got this insane endless loop, looping for millions of years. But the Earth's been slowly cooling down the whole time. Like 4 billion years ago, the surface temp finally dropped below that tipping point. Rain started collecting in the low spot, more and more till it just kept getting bigger. And just like that, the primordial ocean showed up. Back then, the water was still like 170 degrees, super murky and packed full of minerals. But deep inside that boiling hot primordial ocean, next to these things called black smokers, these deep-sea hydrothermal vents, the insane gap between heat and crazy chemical, was quietly cooking something up. That was the very first spark of life. 4.6 billion years, this planet went from literal nothing but space dust. Got smashed, got burned, got blasted, choked by toxic gas, soaked in acid rain, and it survived every single time. Then at some point, it made you. You ain't some random accident. You're a 4.6 billion year survivor. After the universe kept destroying and rebuilding itself over and over, you're the answer it bet everything on. So when life gets rough, remember every single atom in your body has seen way worse than whatever you're going through, and they all made it through. The Earth made it through, so you will too.